Miss Alamama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade soft and fluffy naans. Chalo, let's go. I'm going to write down the recipe on the screen, but I'm going to give you certain tips and details. Make sure your water, which is about 1/3 cup here, is at the right temperature, which should be around 113 to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. It's important because the yeast needs that. Then I put in a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of yeast. And then you want to watch until the yeast becomes this creamy, frothy texture. This can take about 3 to 4 minutes. Once you have that, you're going to add your flour. This is all-purpose flour. I put in 3 cups. You can put in 3 to 4 cups. The measurements are going to be the same. Half a tablespoon of salt and 1 level tablespoon of baking powder, 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil, and I have about 2/3 cup of yogurt that I got from the fridge. It's cold, but I want to warm it up, so I add some hot water to it. That's to bring the yogurt down to room temperature. And that way when we add it to the dough mixture, it won't cool down the yeast. You can knead this by hand, but I used my KitchenAid mixer. I prefer the dough to be very, very soft. It'll take about an hour to double in size, and then you're going to start making your naans. I'm making mini naans, so you take a small piece of dough and you make a dough ball or a peda, and then you're going to roll it out. And once you roll it out, you can put any topping you want on it, like sesame seeds. For this naan, you're going to have to use your tawa, not your non-stick pan. On one side of your naan like this, you're going to put water. The whole side should be covered with water. That is going to make it stick to the hot tawa. Spread it out to whatever thinness you want. After about 20 seconds, you're going to flip it. Now, I have a gas stove. You can also do this on an electric stove, but I find sometimes that the electric stove makes it more crispy than this fluffiness. You're going to move it around and you're going to check in between to see if it's done. And when it's done, you'll know obviously everything is going to be nice and evenly browned. And because it's stuck on the tawa, you're going to need a spatula to scrape it off. And there you have a nice fluffy homemade naan. This is another way to make naan. This is how I normally make it. Roll it out and place it on top of a non-stick pan. And do this on medium heat so the bottom is lightly golden. You're only cooking one side. Then remove from heat, add a little bit of milk and sesame seeds. Next, you're going to put the oven on broil and you're going to put this naan on the top rack. Keep an eye on it because it can burn. Once it's light golden, remove it and your naans are ready.